Hi, Keith Abraham here. Welcome to 2024. I trust you had a great Christmas and a great new start to the new year. This is a wonderful time to reset your goals and a perfect time not to have New Year's resolutions. 95% of every New Year's resolution is broken by the end of the 1st of January. So this is not a time to set resolutions, but to set some goals. And look, and I can go through my goal setting process with you, but let me give you a really different approach this year. Very simple. It comes in 3 categories. I want you to write down what are the must-do goals for you. Well, what's the most important goal that you want to achieve this year? If you could have an absolutely unbelievably fantastic year, a year that was beyond your expectations, that was just an outstanding year for you. If I saw you in the street in 12 months' time and said, how was your year? I said, Keith, I've had an absolutely unbelievably fantastic year. Here's the question I've got for you. What was the one thing you must achieve to be able to say that? And maybe it's one thing personally, maybe it's one thing professionally, maybe it's one thing physically, maybe it's one thing profitably, your own personal profitability. To take the time to do that. The second question I've got for you is what would you like to achieve? In other words, what are some of the things that you'd like to achieve? You'd like to go on this holiday, you'd like to go here, but if you don't achieve it, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, it's not a disaster, it's not a catastrophe, but what are some of those things that you would like to achieve? And the third question I've got for you is what are the experience you want to achieve? So what are the goals you must achieve? What are the goals you'd like to achieve? And what are the experiences you want to have? You see, from experiences comes joy, excitement. From experiences are the things that give us this ability to look forward to. And so I want you to think about what are some of the experiences. Maybe they're travel experiences. Maybe they're opportunities. Maybe they're things that you'd like to tick off your bucket list this year. So think about some of those experiences, because from my honest and sincere belief is that when you have and are achieving and having those experiences, you are filled with joy. You are filled with momentum. You are filled with positivity. You are filled with purpose and progress. And so it's so important that you take that time to create experiences. So here's what I'd like you to do. Pick 1, 2, or 3, or maybe even 4 must-achieves around those 4 areas: personal, professional, physical, profitable, your own profitable, from a finance point of view. Then think about some of the things you'd like to achieve. I'd like to go and take my kids to this footy game, or I'd like to go and see this concert, or I'd like to have a long weekend at this location. So think of the things that you'd like to achieve. Those things that you want to tick off your bucket list. And then I want you to write down what are the experiences you want to have. And maybe it's 1 experience per month. Maybe it's 1 experience per quarter. But make sure it's not 1 experience for the whole year. Make sure it's something that you always got something to look forward to. And some of the experiences for me, I'd like to go back to the UK again with Christine, and for us to do a trip from the top of the UK down to the bottom, as a bit of a drive, stay activity. I'd like to experience going to a live golf event. I'd like to experience going back to Queenstown again with my family. So there's experiences. Now, if we don't achieve them, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So do that activity for me now that we've clicked over into 2024, and start to map them out. And once again, like any goal, don't just write it down and file it in a cabinet somewhere. Write it down and read it on a regular basis. I'm Keith Abraham. Thanks very much for watching. Have an absolutely unbelievably fabulous start to 2024. And I look forward to talking to you real soon. Bye now.